It's been about 8 years since I gave my life to Christ and got baptized, but it's really only been recently that I've felt that having a really big impact on my life. I've grown up in the church where I had people around me feeling like they've been led or called to live a certain way or do certain things. I've wanted that, but I've never really had it. It's been one of those like abstract goals that's been out of reach, and I haven't been able to get it. I got involved in the church as much as I could. I went to church every Sunday. I went to youth group. I'm now helping lead the youth group. I'm in the young adults group, and I was in the homeless ministry. I wanted to feel that calling or that leading to do something. I never really had it, no matter what I did. And I had people around me having it, and I was jealous of it. And that's what led me to go on the mission trip last summer to Niños. I wanted something out of my comfort zone. I thought that might trigger something. And it did to a point. I got to spend a week in a different country that I've never been to before, serving and spending time with an amazing group of kids who have had such joy coming out of horrible backgrounds, and I loved that. I've never really seen myself as being good with kids, so it was really cool to see how well we bonded and how well we connected. But it only lasted for a week. I was there for a week, and then I had to go home, and I knew I wasn't going back anytime soon. So that sort of left me feeling empty, and I wasn't really sure what to do with that afterwards, since I wasn't going to be there for a while. I was going to college. I started in September, a month after I got back, and the passion that I felt at Niños, and it sort of died because I was out of the situation, and I didn't follow it up with anything. So I started school. I needed money. I got hooked up with a job at the middle school in Deer Park running the after-school program. I took it because I needed money. I really didn't have any other desire for it. I can honestly say that I don't really care about the money anymore, though, because I've gotten hooked up with an incredible group of kids there. One of them actually got baptized at New Life this year, and within the first couple days of me helping with the program at the school, he asked me if I would do the post-baptism study with him. I had no idea what I was doing. I'd never led anything like that before in my life. I said I would because I felt like I would get guidance from people in the church, and I have. It's been a great study, and I've been loving doing it with him. I think I've grown about as much as he has doing it. It's been a good experience for both of us. He sat down and talked to me for about an hour and a half at Spokane Youth Rally this last week. And we had a really good talk after the message on Saturday. He came to me and he said that he wanted my advice in helping him to reach the kids that he goes to the after-school program with, the kids that I work with every day. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know what advice to give him because through every year that I was ever in school, I never had that desire as much as he had, and I never had that willingness to go out and get out of my comfort zone and invite kids and lead them in that way. He's a much cooler sixth grader than I ever was because I never had that heart, and he has an incredible heart for these kids that he's with every day. And I love seeing that in him. So he asked me for advice on how to lead them. I gave him the best that I could from what I'd seen in youth group and church for my life. And he accepted it, and I think we both grew about as much from that conversation, about equally. And I think it went really well, and I think he's taken a lot of what we talked about to heart because he's invited at least 2 of them to youth group that come regularly now. They've been there for the past couple weeks, and they've loved it just as much as he does. One of them sat in on our study on Wednesday, and afterwards he asked me if I would study with him because he wanted to get baptized. Again, I'd never led any sort of study like that before. I'd just seen it done. So I said I would, again, because I felt like I could get guidance from people in the church. I haven't started yet. I'm going to start this week with him. And I'm scared and I'm nervous, but I think it'll be beneficial for both of us, and I'm really excited to see where that leads. There's still 13 other kids that they haven't talked to in my group, and I have very high hopes for where that's going to go this year, and I am blessed to be a part of something like that. And I am so encouraged that I've found a spot where I can finally say that I'm feeling led to be here and that I feel like this is where God wants me to be. It's been a great experience, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year.